Recently, there is another big news. Trump plans to sign an executive order this month to abolish the U.S. Department of Education. This is not a simple matter. Let's take a look at what is going on. Let's first talk about the current situation of American education. It is simply spending the most money to do the worst thing. In the test of 81 countries around the world, the United States barely ranked 6th in reading, 10th in science, and directly dropped to 26th in mathematics. The key is that the United States spends the most on education, which is the highest in the world. Isn't this the same as what we usually say about being expensive and poor? Why does Trump insist on abolishing the Department of Education? He said that among the 50 states, at least 35 states can manage education well, and even 15 to 20 states can be as good as Norway. To put it bluntly, instead of letting the federal government blindly command, it is better to return power to the states and let them manage themselves. It's interesting. Even Musk has joined in the fun. He and his friends are supporting the idea of streamlining government agencies. At this point, some family members must be asking, can the Ministry of Education really be abolished? Alas, it is not that simple. First of all, the Ministry of Education was only established in 1979. Although it is the smallest cabinet department, it is mainly responsible for issuing scholarships, managing student loans, protecting the rights of vulnerable groups, etc. Although the federal government has pointed out 11% of education funding, this money is a timely help. More importantly, the latest polls show that 61% of voters are against abolishing the Department of Education. Think about it. Education is not a trivial matter. It affects thousands of families, and it needs to be approved by Congress to completely abolish it. This is not easy. Trump wanted to merge the Department of Education and the Department of Labor during his first term, but the result was just a lot of noise but little action. In fact, behind this is the dispute between conservatives and progressives over educational philosophy. Conservatives think that the federal government is too controlling and inefficient. And what about the progressives? They worry that without federal oversight, who will protect the rights of vulnerable groups? Just like during Biden's administration, when they aimed to protect students' rights, they were immediately sued by states led by Republicans. So, whether this plan succeeds or not, it highlights one truth. Education reform is never easy in any country.